Hi, I'm Jim Gleason from the Canonical Sales team, and I'm going to use JuJu to create a cache as a service in under a minute. Most people are familiar with the Ubuntu Linux operating system. Nearly 70% of the workloads on Amazon's cloud run Ubuntu, and almost 80% of all the workloads on Microsoft's Azure cloud run Ubuntu. One of our specialties is the ability to build anything as a service. So we enable ISVs and developers to define their applications as a service so they can run in the cloud. We do this using JuJu, which performs service orchestration but is probably better thought of as an architecture that describes what and when things should happen in the cloud. Any piece of software can be defined as a service using the Open API in JuJu, and the result is what we call a charm. There are already several hundred charms, including the ones you see here on the screen, such as WordPress, Hadoop, Cassandra. All of the popular software packages have been charmed up. Since companies and developers all want their software to run and interoperate in the cloud, lots of companies such as IBM, Microsoft, Cisco, NEC, others are all investing here to convert their apps into JuJu Charms. So let me get started and try to build a cache as a service. I can go over to the public website called JuJuCharms.com, and let's say that I wrote an application in Rails. Alright, so let's see, there's the charm for Rails. I can drag and drop it over here to my sandbox and run it by hitting the deploy button. The green bar tells me that it's going. Now let's say I want to speed this application up, so I'm going to try out memcached and obtain the charm for that, if I can spell it correctly. Alright, and there it is. So it's a simple matter for me to drag and drop it onto my canvas, hit deploy to run it. It's going, and now I can build a relationship between the memcached and my Rails application, and I'm done. However, I want a true cache as a service, so I want to make it possible for my developers to swap out the memcached and use a different caching mechanism such as Redis. So I'm going to first destroy the memcached service. Simple enough. And here I can use the Redis charm, drag and drop it over here to my sandbox, deploy it, and once again with the JuJu service orchestration, build the relationship to Rails, and I'm done. Now I can test my application, I can see what the response time is, and pick and choose the best charm or the best caching mechanism for my application. There you have it. Cache as a service from a sales guy.